Was it difficult for you to get through the program, and do you think that anybody could do it or not anybody?
Of course, anybody who stutters can do it.
Was it difficult?
When you told me, first of all, you told me that I had to be a humble student, work hard, and I thought that, wow, it's gonna be very difficult. I had to prepare myself, etc. Have my mind clear in order to be open to the courses, to be open to new ideas. But it's very easy. It's I really enjoy it. I really enjoy my life, and this is absolutely a great experience. I suggest everyone who's looking at this video, I suggest everybody to do this program because it's very good. It's weird because when I'm alone or when I'm with my friends, I never speak like this. I speak more fluently. For me, it's at least impossible to say. It's something even alone. I have many problems to speak this a consonant. It's I don't know how to explain this. It's the most difficult thing in my whole life. It's she just sent the information, the order through this service, and so but tomorrow, if you want, I will re-ask her, and if you want to, I will ask her to remake another recipe. Because she's it's since last week. I told her to do this last week. She didn't do anything, and unfortunate things could prove ask her because I told you it would be more slower. I understand you very well, and and I try to put me in your position. It's very complicated, but I can't do anything. Breathing techniques or something like that. I tried to speak without any technique, but when the word didn't come out, I was obliged to use the breathing technique. So abdicate, abdomen, abduct, aberdeen and gus, aberrant, aberration, a contest, a testant, a text, contiguous, a continent, a continent, a continental, continent, a tall breakfast, a continual, a continuity, a continuum, a thought, a torsionist, a tower, a contract, a table, a contractile, hal, arma, diagram, dialect, dialectic, dialing a code, dialing a tone, reliable, July, gul, gung, ho, gunk, gunman. We can see actually Dyson. Now we can see the main character who is on the phone, and now we can see a farmer. We can see the second character who has been kidnapped by this woman. She's talking to him and kill me now. I would never, so that I would never be able to listen to you anymore. Now we can see the detective who's talking in a hotel, I suppose, where is the kidnapper, and she has found photos of the kidnapper. I know it by heart. So,
what do you mean you know it by heart? You memorized it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I memorized it when I was 13 or 14.
Okay.
Okay. I start now.
Yeah, start.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون. Ça, et la semaine prochaine, je te rappellerai. Ok. Samedi quoi? Samedi après-midi ou samedi soir? Je ne peux plus. C'est vrai. Moi, en fait, les 15 premiers jours du mois d'octobre, je ne l'appelais pas puisque j'avais même pas de studio, quoi. C'est-à-dire, j'étais à l'hôtel, j'étais complètement désemparé et franchement, pour te dire la vérité, j'avais autre chose à foutre, quoi. Et après, dès que j'ai eu mon studio, ben là, je l'ai appelé systématiquement. Et là, je me suis dit, bon, j'ai appelé le maître, ben, je vais appeler le disciple aussi, quoi. Parce qu'il n'y a pas que le maître qui m'a aidé, il y a le maître et le disciple aussi qui m'a aidé, donc appelons aussi le disciple, quoi. Le disciple qui est aussi un maître, hein. Le disciple qui est aussi un maître, qui est aussi devenu un maître. Non, je te dis, le disciple qui est devenu un maître aussi. Mais si, mais si. Ça passe. Ouais. Abbreviation. ABC. Abdicate. Abdomen. Abduct. Aberdeen Angus. Aberrant. Aberration. Abet. Abeyance. Abor. Carapace. Carrot. Caravan. Caravanserai. Caravel. Caraway. Carbide. Carbine. Carbohydrate. Carbonaceous. Carbonate. Carbonated. Carbon dating. Carbon dioxide. Carbonic acid. Carboniferous. Carbonized. carbon monoxide, deacon, deaconess, deactivate, dead, deadbeat, dead duck, didn't, dead end, dead hand, dead heat, dead letter, toast, toaster, toasting fork, toastmaster, tobacco, tobacconist, toboggan, tobaijok, toccata, tocopherol, toxin, tud, today, facial, facile, facilitate, facility, facing, facsimile, fact, faction, factious, factitious, factor, factorial, factorize, factory, caboche, cabochon, cabosse, cabossé, cabot, cabotage, caboté, caboteur, cabotin, cabotinage, cabotiner, caboulot, cabré, cabri, gondolon, gondole, gondolement, gondolé, gondolier, gonflable, gonflage, gonflant, gonfler, gonflement, gonfler, toutefois, tout venant, tout, township, toxémie, toxicité, toxico, toxicologie, toxicologique, toxicologue, toxicomane. Your brain works like a computer. In many ways, our brain works like a computer. When children receive negative input about themselves, they store it in the subconscious mind, and they often express those messages in their negative behavior or feelings. Unless children are taught how to talk back to these harmful messages, they believe them 100%. This is a very important point. Most children and adults never challenge the thoughts that go through their head. They never even think about their own thoughts. They just believe what they think, even though the thoughts may be very irrational. This leads to behavior that is based on false idea or false assumptions.
So, what did you read about?
Our brain works like a computer. When you put negative input on a children's mind, he believes it unless there is somebody who's here to tell him to talk back to these negative ideas. And children and adults often believe what they think, and even when the thoughts are very irrational, may be very irrational, and this behavior, these things may lead to negative behavior based on false assumption and false ideas.
Okay, What's your grade here?
A plus too.
A plus, okay. So read the little passage, little paragraph, and tell us back what you've read about.
In French or in
English? In French, because that's your primary language.
L'esclavage a toujours existé. Seules les sociétés de chasseurs-cueilleurs semblent n'avoir jamais eu recours aux esclaves, c'est-à-dire, selon la définition de la Convention internationale de Genève, à des individus sur lesquels s'exercent les attributs du droit de propriété ou certains d'entre eux. À l'inverse, un document sumérien atteste l'existence de cette pratique dès 3200 ans avant Jésus-Christ. Dans la Grèce antique, les esclaves sont très présents dans les carrières et les mines. À Rome, au IIe siècle, ils représentent même un tiers de la population. Les empires byzantins et musulmans, ainsi que les vikings suédois, se fournissent en main-d'œuvre captive dans les régions d'Europe orientale où se trouvent les peuples dits slaves, à l'origine du mot esclave. Capturés lors de razzias ou vendus par des chefs locaux, ces esclaves sont aussi déportés vers l'Europe occidentale. Mais au Moyen-Âge, l'esclavage va peu à peu disparaître de la chrétienté, remplacé par le servage. Les serfs doivent travailler gratuitement, mais ils ne sont pas captifs et peuvent posséder des biens. Cet article parle de l'esclavage. L'esclavage a toujours existé, même 3200 ans avant Jésus-Christ. Et on nous parle de l'empire occidental et chrétien et musulman qui pratiquait aussi l'esclavage. Et dans l'empire romain, la proportion d'esclaves représentait plus de, je crois, la moitié ou un tiers de la population. D'autre part, on peut voir que l'esclavage a toujours été présent dans nos civilisations, qu'elles soient occidentales ou orientales. Et voilà à peu près ce que parle l'article, si j'ai bien dit.
Okay, now tell us what you read in English.
English, slavery has always existed, and since 3,200 years before Jesus Christ, they were slaves in the Roman Empire, and they represent, I think, divided by 3% part of the population. And slavery has also existed in the Muslim and Christian empire. And the article says that slavery has always existed in in all kind of civilization.
Okay, great.
وما يتبع أكثرهم إلا ظنا إن الظن لا يغني من الحق شيئا إن الله عليم بما يفعلون وما كان هذا القرآن أن يفترى من دون الله ولكن تصديق الذي بين يديه وتفصيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين أم يقولون افترى قل فأتوا بسورة مثله وادعوا من استطعتم من دون الله إن كنتم صادقين بل كذبوا بما لم يحيطوا بعلمه ولما يأتيهم تأويله كذلك كذب الذين من قبلهم فانظر كيف كان عاقبة الظالمين ومنهم من يؤمن به ومنهم من لا يؤمن به وربك أعلم بالمفسدين وإن كذبوك فقل لي عملي ولكم عملكم أنتم بريئون مما أعمل وأنا بريء مما تعملون.
Okay. How was it?
I made one mistake. عما يتساءلون عن النبأ العظيم الذي هم فيه مختلفون كلا سيعلمون ثم كلا سيعلمون ألم نجعل الأرض مهادا والجبال أوتادا وخلقناكم أزواجا وجعلنا نومكم سباتا وجعلنا الليل لباسا وجعلنا النهار معاشا وبنينا فوقكم سبعا شدادا وجعلنا سراجا وهاجا وأنزلنا من المعصرات ماء ثجاجا لنخرج به حبا ونباتا وجنات ألفافا إن يوم الفصل كان ميقاتا يوم ينفخ في الصور فتأتون أفواجا وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا إن جهنم كانت مرصادا للطاغين مآبا لابثين فيها أحقابا لا يذوقون فيها بردا ولا شرابا إلا حميما وغساقا جزاء وفاقا.
Okay. What was that?
That's the two mistakes.
Okay. What?
In the background we can see many shoes which are wrenched, and now we can see the robbers who's robbing a bank. They are threatening every people inside the bank. They are telling them to get back on the ground, and they are threatening them with their guns, and they are telling the guys to throw their mobile phone. Now we can see in the shoe shop, Patrick Jane is still speaking with the owner of the shoe shop.
Okay, Chabir, switch to French now.
On voit Patrick Jane qui demande à la propriétaire de lui donner un ticket. Non, il a déjà donné un ticket. Il s'en va. Non, il reste en fait. Et à l'intérieur de la banque, on peut voir que les voleurs sont toujours en train de menacer pendant que là, une personne va voler la banque. Ah, il demande à un responsable de partir à l'arrière. On peut voir qu'il y a des meubles en bois. Il prend un sac, il s'en va à l'arrière, il ferme la porte. La personne qui continue à menacer les autres personnes avec son pistolet, il descend de l'escalier. Le premier d'entre eux demande au chef de la banque d'ouvrir la grosse porte. Il demande à son coéquipier de neutraliser la caméra. Le chef de la banque s'exécute, il ouvre la porte de la banque et là il voit tout l'argent qui est à l'intérieur de la banque. I began stuttering since I was 3 or 4 years by imitating my brother who stuttered too. And my parents were very concerned about this problem. They sent me to different speech therapists, and but it didn't work on me because it wasn't the solution maybe. And they also sent me to formations, very expensive formations.
Programs.
Programs, yeah, program. The person who were making the program told me to breathe. I made 2 different programs.
Uh-huh.
The first program, they told me to breathe, to have a pulmonal breathing.
Coastal breathing. It's coastal breathing.
Coastal breathing.
Uh-huh.
And the second one told me to have a ventral breathing.
Diaphragm breathing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. And but of course, none of them did work on me.
Okay.
And I continued, was obliged to continue living with this problem, and until the age of 19, because before that I wasn't very upset with speaking well, because my life was very good. I had friends with who I spoke without even thinking, and I used to stutter a lot, but it wasn't my problem because they accepted. But at the age of 19, 20, when I began to speak with, to have more concern about my life, to be more concerned about what's going to happen with me if I still live like this, I began to make search on the internet or with friends of friends who stutter, and I looked for many ways. I found many programs. One program which told me that I used to shout out loud every day, approximately 1 hour. But
what were you shouting about?
shouting, ordering phrase, orders.
Orders? What were you ordering about?
It was speak calmly or something like this.
So you were shouting, speak calmly, right? Okay.
Shouting, but of course it didn't work. So I did this. I shout every day.
Tell me, Chabir, just for fun, tell me more orders that you had to shout. So speak calmly, what else?
Calmly, it was give me that coffee, give me the water, bring me that car.
Okay.
That's true. So it was very difficult for me because at home I had to find a safe place where nobody could hear me. But it was very difficult because I have two brothers and one sister. So, and the house is big, yes, but we are many. So it was always a problem when I was shouting. My sister wanted to come into the room, etc. Always the same problem. So and after that, of course, but I don't know if it worked or not because I did it only 1 month. It was very good. No, it was a long time for me to do it 1 month, but it didn't do anything, and my voice was broken, and before that I could sing very well, and after that I forgot my voice, and so now I have recovered my voice. So my voice has recovered, so it's good. And so it didn't work, of course, and I saw a different program which was healing my stuttering. It was saying that heal your stuttering with hypnosis. Okay, I did it. With auto-suggestion sentences, I did it. Didn't work. With many things, and many programs, and each programs didn't work. Only maybe the breathing exercises did work, but only for syllables. If I want to speak normally, fast or slow or as I want, it wasn't good because breathing exercises requires you to speak slowly, to let all the consonants going with your breathing, with adapting your breathing, and it's not the normal speech. So that's how I came to look. I saw your website, and I told to myself, is it true? Is it not true? Is it true? And I spoke to you, and you convinced me, and now I really enjoy it. I really enjoy my life, and this is absolutely a great experience. And I suggest everyone who, if someday this video is going to be published, I suggest everybody to do this program because it's very good. From the beginning, when I spoke to you, I thought that you were not like this, that you were a very strict woman, etc. But it's not like this. You're very, very, you're very smart. You're very gentle and everything. I will stop my compliments because it's not good.
Okay.
My English is not good, but I understood everything Anna told me and Mr. Roman told me to do, so it wasn't complicated at all. And so for those who speak English very well, it won't be a problem because it's very simple. He speaks very, very clear. His language is not sophisticated, and the program does not require sophisticated speech or sophisticated method or sophisticated orders. It's very simple. Everything is simple from A to Z. So it's up to you.
Okay. So now can you say it in French? And again, remember that you're the very first and the only person in France. It's a historical event. You're making historical speech.
Pour toutes les personnes qui parlent français, j'aimerais juste leur dire que j'ai testé, j'ai essayé toutes les méthodes qui peuvent exister. Je dis bien toutes les méthodes qui peuvent exister sur Internet, ailleurs. Respiration, hypnose, tout. Et aucune d'elles n'a fonctionné. Cette méthode-là, elle fonctionne. Je peux vous le dire, elle fonctionne à 100%. Parce que au début, je suis sûr, tout comme vous, c'est-à-dire sceptique, je ne savais pas si ça allait fonctionner, si c'était quelque chose de bien ou non, si est-ce que c'est juste des fraudeurs, des manipulateurs, des personnes qui veulent uniquement de l'argent, parce qu'effectivement, le programme est cher. Mais le programme est cher, je l'avoue, mais ça marche. Ça marche. Et si vous avez les moyens de vous payer ça, au lieu de mettre l'argent dans quelque chose d'autre qui soit inutile, eh ben, mettez cet argent-là dans ce programme-là et vous verrez, ça marche. Ça marche. Il n'y a pas de mot pour vous le dire, ça marche. Je l'ai essayé et vous voyez comment je parle et ça marche. C'est juste, ça marche juste, quoi. Et il n'y a rien de compliqué, il n'y a pas de méthode, il n'y a pas de vocabulaire compliqué à avoir en anglais. La seule différence, c'est que vous aurez besoin soit de parler anglais, ou soit d'avoir une personne qui parle anglais. Parce qu'effectivement, si vous ne comprenez pas l'anglais, et s'il n'y a personne qui peut vous traduire, là, effectivement, là, ça va être un peu dur, quoi. Mais si vous comprenez un minimum d'anglais, je veux dire, un tout petit peu de mots, vous avez vu ma manière de parler anglais et comment je parle cette langue, mon vocabulaire est très restreint. Alors, si vous avez un minimum de vocabulaire, si vous faites les choses bien et si vous voulez sortir de ce problème pour avoir une nouvelle vie, pour rencontrer de nouveaux amis, etc., et faites-le. Faites-le, c'est tout ce que je peux vous souhaiter. Et je vous souhaite une bonne réussite parce que si vous faites cette méthode-là, c'est sûr, la réussite, elle est à votre portée et elle ne tient qu'à vous. Voilà. That's it.
Okay, that was great. What's your grade for your speech? How do
A
you...
plus.
Oh, wow. So you were talking to your mom and...
And she told me about her journey, her day, and I asked her how was it, where did it take place, and where, what did you eat, what did you drink, who was there. I spoke with her approximately for an hour, but after 5 minutes from the beginning, I told her if she noticed something. She said, "Yeah, your speech is very nice. Has very improved. It's very good. That's amazing. How did you do this?" And I told her it's a miracle, and she told me, "No, really, please, tell me the truth." And I told her, "No, I made a program."
But you did tell her that the program was in English language.
Yeah.
And what was her reaction?
She told me, "What? How did you understand the program in English? How did you do that?" And I said, "I know English, so I was able to understand it very well, so it wasn't a problem." And she told me, "Oh, well, really good. I will speak with everybody in the family, and I will tell them that you did a great job, and congratulations, etc." She was very happy, and she told me that she was very happy, and she kept saying, "Thanks God, thanks God, thanks God." She was obsessed with this problem, and now I told her, "This is over. You see, this is over. I speak well." And she told me, "Wow, was it simple?" And I told her, "Yeah, it is simple." And she told me, "But you don't breathe at all." And I told her, "There's no breathing to make. It's not about breathing. It's simple. It's just the normal speech. It's just like you. I'm not wrong. It's just like her."
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah. And she told me, "Wow, very nice, very good."